The university has recognized the impoverished condition of Kuykendall. And approximately 3.5 years ago, it applied for a federal grant from the Department of Energy to retrofit Kuykendall and bring it as close to 100% energy sustainability as could be done. The stakeholders in the building were not informed of this on their own. Elements of the university applied for this grant, and to everyone's amazement, they received the grant. Kuykendall was one of only 3 buildings in the nation to receive a sustainability grant from the DEA. The other 2 buildings are the New York Times building in New York City and a NASA Ames Research Center building in NASA's California location, I think in Sunnyvale. Kuykendall was extensively studied under this federal grant. Teams from the Lawrence Berkeley labs at Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley came out. Architects from San Francisco were consulted. Local architects were also involved in this project. The data gathering period was probably 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. There are still microphones and thermometers hanging in Kuykendall taking readings at this point. The plans for Kuykendall, which exist, were state-of-the-art, bring this building to a habitable, user-friendly, energy-sustainable building without demolishing it, with minimal impact on its architecture. Unfortunately, those plans, which I have, at least architect's plans, which exist, have never been implemented because the legislature has not funded the renovation of Kuykendall. This, to me, is tremendously sad. It was a great honor for the university to be selected as one of the 3 recipients of this grant. It was tremendous that the university applied for it, independently of the stakeholders or not. And we got it, and they did the work. Kuykendall was wind tunneled in Berkeley. I have been told that Kuykendall has been studied more than any other building on the island. We know the ambient temperature of the incoming students when they reach the building. We know how to cool them by 3 degrees before they reach classrooms. They know how to bring this building to 92% energy sustainability using technology that is now perhaps 18 months to 2 years old. But the legislature has not released the state's funding to implement this plan. And in the meantime, Kuykendall continues to deteriorate. Paint peels, mold occurs, and the passive neglect which the inhabitants of Kuykendall and the student inhabitants of Kuykendall see as a reflection of their lack of importance to the university continues. At this point, it's anybody's guess whether we could even return to the plans that were made under the grant. I have been told that in sustainability fields, things change very quickly, and what was spec'd out 2 years ago may now be outmoded, antiquated, and in need of replacement. How thorough was the renovation? They had temperature charts for, I think, 50 years on Kuykendall. They know the azimuth angle of the sun in all the windows throughout the year. They know the foot candles of lumens that need to be in the classrooms. They know there are acoustic engineers. They know about ambient external sound, and so on and so on and so on. This was to be a world-class demonstration that DEA could hold up and say, look what we did with an existing building for minimal cost to bring it to sustainability. Kuykendall, as an ineffective air-conditioned building, is extremely costly. The retrofit would have brought it to almost zero energy cost. But has the state funded it? No. Have we tried? Yes. Individual representatives of the department have met with legislators, even the governor in person, and no one is willing, apparently, to fund this. So they applied for the grant, they got the grant, and the grant sits and, like Kuykendall, deteriorates.